Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another super exciting, super awesome, super exclusive episode of Livestream with Restream. Today, we're going to be talking about everything encoders, how to stream to Restream from OBS Studio and other encoders, as well as how to stream out to RTMP sources. And we have a little bit of a trivia giveaway that we'll talk about in a bit once we're joined by our regular audience. Today, I am also joined by my lovely co-host, Lawson.
Hey, Randy, how's it going?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm pretty good, but I'm interested to hear how all of our audience is doing. Let us know how you're doing and where you're from.
Yeah, absolutely. I myself am in Canada, right near the border, Niagara Falls. It is a lovely-ish day outside, even though there's snow all over the ground, which is very sad.
Yeah, and I'm here in Austin, Texas at our headquarters here. It's a sunny day, a little chilly for Texas terms, but yeah, it's a nice day, nice sunny, little light clouds.
Maybe we can switch weather for a little bit, and you can have, well, maybe not the snow, but at least the cold, and I'll have the warmth.
You know, last time it snowed in Texas.
Yeah, that's why I was like, maybe not the snow. We'll hold off at the snow.
Oh, we got a hello from Hungary. Nice.
Nice. So, as I mentioned earlier, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Nice.
And Alberta. It's plus 10 in Alberta. What's the temperature here? 1 second. There's no way. It's -1 here. I wish I had 10 degrees.
Also, I just wanted to say, if you're joining us from our Facebook community and want to see your name pop up on our screen, be sure to authorize with chat.restream.io/FB. That'll let us see your name if you're talking to us through our Facebook group. So yeah, love to see your names.
That is a fantastic idea. I just realized that Facebook groups are read-only, so I cannot send the message to them. So you're going to have to type it in, but it's easy. chat.restream.io/FB. Ooh, yep. Lithuania. We've got people from all over the world.
Wow.
Come through last night? Yeah. Same. We had a lot. I'm assuming
what is that
you mean
term?
I'm assuming that means snow. I'm not Canadian enough.
Not Canadian enough.
Meaning of Chinook. Yeah, that's what I want
to know. we need backup. We need support.
It's telling me of the origins, but it's not telling me of
what does it mean?
What it means.
Okay. Oh, we got one from Netherlands. Welcome. Warm front. Got it. Okay.
I wish.
Got it. Yeah. We were struggling.
But now I know. So you've educated both of us.
Educated. Yes.
And now
we can make it transactional.
Exactly. You educated us, and now it's time for us to educate you. Speaking of which, it's time for education.
Right into it.
So today we're going to be talking about how to connect OBS Studio to Restream. And we've got Lawson here monitoring the chats, and that means that all your questions are going to be answered. We'll do our best to answer the questions as they come in, but there might be like a minute or two just so I can finish my sentence or Lawson can finish his sentence before we get to it. But mainly this show is about Q&A. So your Q's, ours. All right. So to get started with to go live from OBS Studio to Restream, there's only one simple thing you need to do. You just need to go into settings and change where you're streaming from or where you're streaming to. So you'd go into output, or sorry, stream. And you can see that there's a service list here at the top. I'll maximize this just for now so you can get a bit of a clearer view. So you can see we've got service here at the top. We're going to switch that to Restream IO from whatever you have. And then the server, I always suggest to leave at auto detect unless you're having issues with auto detect. Then look through this list and pick the closest server to you. If you're still having problems, jump in our live chat. But 99.9% of the time, that auto detect is going to be everything you could possibly need. Now, of course, you have the option to manually type in your stream key, but as you can see, connect account is recommended. So you just click that, and then you go ahead and you type in your information for a Restream. If you don't have an account, you can create an account at this point, but I highly, highly suggest you already have an account created because this OBS browser isn't the best.
You're going to miss a lot of the key steps of adding channels. You'll have an account and you can connect it, but you won't be streaming anywhere just yet. And you have to, make an account first for sure.
Oh, I totally forgot about this view. Don't tell anybody. Now our chats are on the bottom. All right. So we'll click allow, and that's it. So you're fully connected. You can see that stream key area went away. I manually typed in my stream key earlier, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I did that once we cover how to stream into Restream Studio. So just like that, this event or OBS is connected. It's ready to go. As soon as you start streaming in OBS Studio, it'll start streaming to Restream and then out to all your channels. You can see the channels that are listed here. And then you get these cool little widgets if you log in, which is why I highly suggested logging in. And you can see I've got the live chat here. So I'm going to just kind of drag that over and decide where I want it. I kind of want it on the left and right side, but OBS needs more area for me to drag it there. And then we're going to put this one to the right because I want a nice long chat. Actually, we'll put it on the left side.
Infinite customization.
Yes. And then you can just kind of tab between these two things here, because usually you only need to really set these at the beginning of the stream. Maybe you just want to monitor what's going out, and then you have all your chat here on the right. If you ever accidentally close these, you can go into View and then Docs, and you can see it's all in here. So you have stream information, Restream channels, and Restream chat. So if I was to uncheck that, it'd be gone.
Okay. Fancy stuff. So what if someone's using vMix?
vMix. That is a good question. Let me reshare my screen and jump into vMix. So if you're familiar with vMix, this looks familiar with you. If you're not familiar with vMix, we have a couple tutorials on our support center, support.restream.io, but mainly I suggest checking out vMix website for support there. But connecting it to Restream is just as easy as connecting OBS. You click this cog icon down here where it says stream, and then you'll get this window here. Just like in OBS, instead of service, it's destination, which makes a little bit more sense. Note to the OBS developers if they're watching. And then you'll click Restream in here, and just like before, you can log in and update your channels. Leave it to auto detect, like I said before. Swap over to the login screen. Allow the connection, and there you are.
Bam.
As soon as you can hit start one to stream just to this service, or you can hit start all if you wanted to stream to multiple sources within vMix. I highly suggest not doing that. That's going to put all of this streaming to 3 different destinations, the encoding and the bandwidth for the your internet, all on your personal internet, which could very easily overwhelm it. Imagine, you need 5 megabytes at least upload to stream, and if you're going to 3 different services, that's 15, but most likely 30 to 50 after all the jittering and buffering is counted in. So I suggest just adding your channels to Restream and then streaming just to one destination from vMix.
Let us handle the brute work of sending it all to the bandwidth. Yeah. I'm seeing a question from YCEO here. He's talking about Ecamm. Ecamm is actually very similar. We don't have a Mac available to show how to do it in Ecamm, but from memory, I think you click on the bottom right, And it's the same thing. You click Restream, and it pops up a login window that you can log in with Restream, just like it was with OBS and vMix, and then you just kind of log in and it's ready to go. You can start streaming straight from Ecamm pretty easily, same as those other two ones.
So I think a while ago I created a video. If you want to answer other questions while I grab this video, and then I can show how Ecamm works.
Yeah, sure. I see a question from Fred Plays Frequent or Fred Furry's Frequency about NewTube. I'm going to assume that's like a newer platform that's coming out. So we're going to have to cover this a little later as custom RTMP destinations. So if it's a platform we don't support, we can of course add that through custom RTMP features that lets you add anything we don't support if they support RTMP. So that we're going to cover that in just a second. See if there's anything else. You guys are welcome to put your questions in the chat, and we'll take a look at those as soon as we get them. How do we connect streaming in my mobile app? So it depends on which app you're using, but most of them are similar. Maybe after we show Ecamm, we'll show you how to do that. Essentially, just a quick overview. The settings that you put into your app are going to be available on your Restream dashboard, and we'll show you where to get those. And then you just put them in the app. You might have to look at the app's specific documents to see where to put it, but yeah.
And where was that Ecamm comment?
It was from YCEO in all caps. It was it's probably the fifth top one. Yeah.
Cool.
Here, I can show it.
There we go. Perfect. That's all I wanted. I just thought it might be. Okay, so here is Ecamm. This is a video I recorded earlier, so I can't go into depth other than what the video itself shows. But basically, you'll click destination here in the bottom right once you have Ecamm open, and that'll give you. I guess that'll put us in the way, so never mind. So you can see Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and then Restream.io and Switchboard Live down there. So we'll go ahead and click Restream.io. And then just like everything else, you just log in. We've worked directly with Ecamm, directly with vMix, and directly with Studio to make this process as seamless as possible. So again, you just destination from the bottom right there, go to Restream.io, and you log in. And then after that, you just go live, and everything will be working as intended. Let me get that OBS question that we just had.
Yeah, about showing the settings.
Okay. So if you want to stream to a custom RTMP or a service that we don't support, what you're going to want to do is click Edit Destinations from your lobby page here.
And now, just to reiterate, because I think we had two questions. This is like if you wanted to stream to like NewTube, as he was talking about, platforms we don't support. Sorry for interrupting you there, Randy. I just want to make sure.
No worries at all. Do you know who has access to custom RTMP to stream out? Like what plans those fall under?
Yeah, so custom RTMP is included with any plan that includes extra destinations. It counts as one of those. So our standard comes with an extra destination. Professional comes with 3. So custom RTMP is included on all of our subscription plans.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. So then as long as you're on a subscription plan, you'll be able to click Edit Destinations from here, and then you'll be able to click Add Destinations. And then down here, you can see Get More Power from Restream. You type in, you click Custom RTMP. And then here is where you're going to want to type in your RTMP information. So I'm going to type in kind of something that we have on our end. It isn't possible to stream to this location, but it'll be accepted so you can see kind of what the process looks like. So you just go ahead and you type in the information, the RTMP URL and stream key. You don't need a stream key for all platforms. Some platforms will have the stream key in the URL. Most of the time it looks like this, where it's just kind of after RTMP. And so then you wouldn't need to enter in the stream key. And then even still, places like Amazon Live will require additional authorization in order to log in. what that means is you'll click use authentication, and then you get the ability to type in a username and password. Now, I would say in 98% of circumstances, if you're typing in a username and password, you're definitely going to have this stream key area blank. But provided you didn't, you can just go ahead and do that and hit add channel. And then we're going to think about it for a little bit and add it to your destinations. You can see here, you can change the display name. So we can say my custom RTMP destination and hit save. And you can see it's here at the bottom. And I could even turn it on right now if I wanted to go live with this stream to that channel. But like I said, it's nothing. We were just, that was a demo.
It's an example. It doesn't actually go anywhere, but it's the same process for anything that does work, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So before we take the next question, do you want to announce our giveaway, our little trivia giveaway that we have planned?
Sure. We have the opportunity for our chat to earn professional plan for a year. So that's about a $490 value. So we have one simple question for you guys. Who can say what RTMP stands for the quickest?
Yes. So whoever types it in first is going to be the winner here.
Awesome. Googling is cheating.
You might not be first if you have to Google it. I will be.
Who knows what RTMP stands for?
Alexa, what does RTMP stand for?
Perfect.
And before that actually set somebody off.
We got our winner. We got Snoo Gaming here that won.
Awesome.
Nice. And I'm going to use our new feature that we just launched. I'm going to pin this in chat so I don't forget about it.
Awesome. Ooh, that's cool. Can we show off that on stream, do you think?
Sure. Is it showing up on your end here?
Yes. So
Awesome.
as you can infinitely see, I'm just going to move that off to the side so it's not so intense. Here's the chat here on the right. And here is the message that is currently hidden on screen. But if I unhide it, you can see that it's just kind of goes back into the fold. But we can click pin messages now. And there it is. And we can unpin it if we want, but we don't because you're the winner and we want to contact you. You are on YouTube, so we can't send direct messages to YouTube.
Yeah. So shoot over a message to our support chat, and we'll make sure that they're aware that you're coming, and then they'll add that 1 year professional for you.
Messaging. I love these pair channels. So we also have a couple people who have used our brand new Restream pairs. And you can see I'm getting the paired channels in here. So all the channels that have been paired, they come up with a special little symbol.
These are people from our team that just like added their channels securely to this stream. So it's a really cool feature that our product team has launched that makes sharing your stream like it's so much easier.
I wish. Ooh, actually, I can. So since we're on this topic, what are
we got a question on pair channels. Yeah. So Restream Pairs is a new thing that we've recently launched. Essentially what it allows you to do is invite people to add their channels to your stream. So just like normal, you would go set up your event or starting to go live. And then you can send your friends and family or whoever a link, and they can add their Facebook channels or their YouTube channel. This is a great opportunity for people to grow their streams or just get more eyes on their streams, more viewers. One of the ones we just recently did is we had a stream with Elgato, if some of you guys are aware with them. So we scheduled the stream here on our end, and we gave them a link, and they were able to securely add their channels to our stream without having to share passwords or grant us an admin to their Facebook page. They just added them. And for that stream, we could stream to their channels. It's a really cool feature that our team came up with.
God bless you. I could show this video, but I don't know if it is. It doesn't really answer this question specifically, so I think it's probably better if I don't. But I have. I will open up and show you exactly how pairs works. So we'll go to events and share my screen here. So basically, here's my event that I have created up here. It's what we're streaming to right now. And yes, you can pair channels halfway through an event. So say you've been live for 4 hours, your friend just woke up. He's in a different time zone, or she's in a different time zone than you are. They just woke up. They want to join your stream. Their audience is interested in the content, and they're going to be on your stream too. You can pair them with them right then and there. You can also just pair channels. There's no need for the person who pairs the channels to join the stream and be on stream. So say you're streaming to a Facebook group and you're a motivational speaker, or you're a church looking to share your sermon, you can have those other churches in your area or region connect using Restream pairs, and then your sermon will go out to all of their Facebook channels, again, with no password sharing, none of that. And it's super easy. You just click this little plus sign right here, and then you're going to get this here, and you can see get more with pairs. So if that's on, this link is going to pair. You can see it says app.restream. If it's not, it'll look like this, and it gets rid of the app and it does studio.restream. So the difference is with it off, that's just a guest. They're going to join just like Lawson has here. We're both here talking. Or you can share the pairs link, and then that would give Lawson the opportunity to add his own channels, to share his stream, and all that kind of stuff, and even join the stream.
Yeah, still lets you join as a guest. You get the bonus of being able to add your channels there too.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And that small arrow you saw just before, that error that just popped up before I unshared my screen, is simply because if you already have an event that's scheduled and it's in Restream Studio, invite your guest from Restream Studio. There's an invite link at the bottom, just below the preview player. You'll click that. You can invite your guest from there, so you don't have to jump out and do it on the event. That's why the error showed there, but I expected that to happen.
And back to chat, we've got some questions on Instagram. I see about 3 questions about that. Instagram, we do not currently support them at the moment. Right now, it seems like Instagram really wants their platform to stay mobile and within their app. As soon as they support external encoders, we would absolutely love to add them, but at the time, it just doesn't look like they want to have any external people like Restream streaming there at the moment. There are some features like Yellow Duck that we've heard some success with, but like one of the questions previously said, it kind of didn't really work that well for them. So it's a workaround for sure, but right now Instagram does not natively support streaming from external sources at the moment. They kind of want to stick to the phone for some reason. But as soon as they want to, we'll add it.
Sorry for jumping right in there.
No.
It looks like we have 2 people who are claiming to be the winner of the contest. I hate picking towards people, and I completely believe your message here that you said that it sent simultaneously, but it was off sync on our end. So congratulations, you just changed our winner pool to 2, and we'll give both of you the prizes.
Perfect, amazing. We're all about fairness here.
Definitely. So
let me pin their chat too, so that we can make sure that they're not missed either.
I'm trying to enter Yellow Duck, but it didn't ring connected to any updates on. Yeah, so there's the update around there. Yellow Duck is a tool that works. Our support suggests it all the time because it's pretty much the only one that we're aware of. As soon as we were made aware of it, we just started recommending it to people, but no guarantees that it's going to work. If it does give you issues, you're going to have to reach out to Yellow Duck support. I think they support on Twitter mostly.
Yeah, it's very much a workaround for Instagram. So workarounds they're not always ironed out.
Alrighty, and then so we talked about how to stream in. The next one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you
Studio.
Yes, you read my mind, and it wasn't even there yet.
Yeah, this is great for people that have like big Zoom calls and they want to like add overlays and stuff to them before it streams out. This is great for those. So excited to see it.
So let me switch to a different camera so we don't have the endlessness. Okay, and then I'm going to move this over here so I don't break the illusion. Oh no, it's all right. It's gonna break the illusion. All right, so let me turn this on. I am actually Santa Claus. Please do not tell anybody. All right, again, like I said, I'm breaking the illusion. The set definitely looks a lot better on my main camera than it does on this secondary camera. We don't need this. Okay, so if you are on, what plan is it to access RTMP pull into Restream Studio?
RTMP pull for Restream Studio is supported in our premium and up plans. So it's going to be, starting at the $99 plan.
So what we're going to do is we're going to hit plus from down here. And you can see RTMP source. Now I'm positive I'm not going to be able to click this. Aha, yes. I'm currently signed into the like a secondary account just because I didn't want to interrupt this stream, but I'm going to grab it from over here just so I can show you. So you hit plus and then you hit RTMP source, and here is your URL and stuff. So if you were here at the beginning of the stream, you remember that I mentioned sometimes you're not going to want to log directly in when you're using your encoder. You can log in on vMix, Ecamm, OBS, lots and lots of different encoders support logging directly into Restream. For this specific one, it's not supported for direct login. So all you're going to want to do is hit disconnect account. Yep, that's fine. It's going to remove your embed, sadly, and then use stream key. And then we're going to go a little bit farther, and we're going to actually, can we keep it on auto detect?
Let me see that URL again for our team people. I think you might actually have to do custom, but let me see. Yeah, you would have to do custom.
Studio
So for source, you have to do custom instead of Restream.
Aha. Okay. So then you'll want to copy this information here. We'll copy that. Server, paste. We'll grab the stream key. I'm not going to show it on stream because we don't want any unexpected guests. And then I'm going to hit start streaming. So this is going to connect to Restream Studio, and it's going to become a source, this stream starting soon thing.
It looks like you've got to reduce the frame rate, it looks like. So our RTMP pull, just to make sure performance is in line, we don't want to overwhelm things. The frame rate needs to be limited to 30 frames per second. This is just for performance sake. We don't want any drop frames or lagging anything.
And things can look really weird if your webcam's 30 frames and your some sources are 60, some are 30. Okay, so I appreciate this little alert. Came in super quickly. Was able to fix that right away.
I see a question from Mariano about all the platforms we support. So yeah, we do support a lot of them. And yeah, actually you can see that source come up. I'll come back to Mariano's question. So yeah, now you can see that Randy's stream that he was coming from OBS is here and proud.
And it's only like, actually it's not very delayed at all. Maybe only
That's
like
cool.
a couple of seconds.
Yeah, there is going to be some natural delay with this just because internet sometimes isn't always instant, but it should be manageable. A great use case, like I said earlier, is for like Zoom. If everyone's in Zoom and you need to add overlays like your logo or something onto the stream, it's great for that.
Full screen me.
Awesome. And then yeah, Mariano, we have a show on our channels that was done by our friend Scott Ayers, who he went over all of our top platforms and kind of went over like, what does this platform do? Who is this platform for? So I definitely recommend that show and going. He goes over many of our platforms to explain what they are and who they're for.
So if you haven't already, wait.
I have a. Oh, you got it. You got the link.
Yes.
Is that awesome? Our YouTube channel. Awesome. And we have another question from Joy Fellowship World Ministries. They're asking about adding custom music. So this is something we have to be careful with. It's something we're trying to do, but we often have times where people that aren't using Studio and they have music, they get copyright strikes for using copyrighted music. and we kind of want to nurture people having a good experience with live streaming and making sure that that doesn't happen. It's something we're trying to feel out and make sure that we can do it right and make sure that no one is getting unnecessary copyright strikes on their content. So that's the reason for why we can't do that. We do have our background music that is AI generated and completely random, but at the moment we can't do like custom, like own background music, just because it's, copyright issues come in. You can have a source, I believe. So like, you can like record your, like how Randy has his shared screen of his Chrome, he can share the audio from Chrome, but that's, we don't do the importing just yet.
And that's a direct capture, so it'll capture just the audio of the application you're screen recording. It's not going to capture the whole desktop unless you screen record your whole desktop. That background music, I just wanted to quickly show. If you hit this, it's hidden down here. There's a plus icon. Click that. Background music. Click that, and then you just pick your what you want to listen to. Both Lawson and I are big fans of lo-fi, so I'm going to select that. And you can see almost instantly the source is added, and we get this endless looping background music. Well, it doesn't loop. It's actually just AI generated, so it'll just keep going on and on.
And it's completely AI generated, so it's copyright free, because every time you click it, it's different.
Every time. Even if you, like, I'm just hitting refresh here, so that means, like, if I was to grab another browser, open this up and click lo-fi, even in two separate browsers, it'd be two separate music sources. We'll just turn that off for now. How many pages? Ooh, here we go. From Marriott.
That was the one for Scott Ayers, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I see a question saying it's AI generated. Yeah, when I learned about this feature, I was kind of like, that's cool. I did not know a robot could make music.
Decent music too. There's been times where I just listen.
Yeah, it's good background music sometimes. You just kind of turn it on and just get things done.
Yes, and then one of my other favorite, not so hidden anymore, is animated backgrounds. I love me some animated backgrounds.
Yeah. We've got some new ones, I think, that we added fairly recently. Yeah, like the black one. Yeah, I just think this is like our newest one. It's kind of very, almost, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I could stare at it.
Yeah, it looks like metal almost.
Like liquid aluminum.
I also really am a big fan of this one too, which is funny because what I mentioned earlier before the call, but I really do like this one. And then we also have matching countdown timers and stuff that you can use along with these as well, of course. I'll go back to our static one.
Awesome. And just to kind of see, I've heard that we have a new feature in Studio that a lot of people have been asking for. Are you able to show that off of green screen?
I can. I need less than a minute to grab my green screen and put it behind me. So are you okay with being solo for less than a minute or two?
Yes, absolutely. Give me your questions. I'll answer them all.
Okay, one second.
Let's see. Let's see what we've got in here. Yeah, but I will definitely ask our product team if it's something we can do for. We can do a kind of more faith-based kind of music stuff for that. I'll ask our product team if that's something our AI can generate. Let's see. Yeah, got a question from Jonathan here. Is this all a web application? Yeah, so Restream Studio, what we're in right now, what Randy and I are using at the moment, is all completely browser-based. You can use it from your laptop, just completely ready to go. Just jump in, upload your logos, upload your backgrounds. It's all ready to go.
So I don't have I used to have a really big, massive green screen that covered my entire wall. For now, I just have the pop-up one, but just imagine that the whole frame is covered. Because if you did, it would work perfect.
Let's see.
So I understand that this is a tested feature, and we'll do a virtual background.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's a fancy house you're in.
thank you. It has 2 houses.
It has two. Oh.
I can probably pull it closer. Here, let's have it lean on me.
Yeah. Wow.
Kind of. Oh, there.
Perfect.
Check my house.
It's beautiful. Did you design it yourself?
Yeah, I went to IKEA.
IKEA. Yeah.
So yeah, this very little lighting. I just grabbed this and opened it up, and it's already tracking really well. I'm actually
Yeah. It's quite impressive with like not being like this was set up on very much a whim thing. So like you'll see that kind of dark spot in the corner. That's just because his lighting setup isn't set up for a green screen, but setting it up
just
in
imagine
30 seconds, you know.
if you gave yourself 5 minutes before your stream and you threw a light on the ground, you could have a really decent setup pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
I'm really impressed with how like quickly it just like it works for no setup. So that's good job, team.
Good job, team.
I know that they spent a lot of time perfecting it. Like this has been in the works for a while. We had a lot of people requesting it for a long time, and we just kind of had to sit there quietly, like they're making it perfect. I promise. They're making it absolutely easy to use.
So we just got a question about our cameras. I'll let you go first because I feel, have the better camera.
We are using in our Austin studio a Canon T8i, a Rebel T8i, and we just have that feeding from like the display port on the side to a Elgato Cam Link, and we just have that plugged into our computer. So it acts like a webcam. It's pretty good. At the moment, we're trying a new setup to where we have a 50 millimeter. If you guys know cameras, 50 millimeter to add a little more of a portrait style where the background's more blurred.
I was wondering.
So the camera is very far away from me. So if you keep seeing me look down, it's because my screen is very far from the camera. But
Okay.
it adds a kind of depth of field in the background.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
love
nice.
it. My favorite part, like, there's something I noticed recently when you joined. I was like, it didn't used to be that blurred. Oh no, it looks great, especially with the leaf background.
Yeah, we're gonna start experimenting with more lenses, which is the great part of getting a DSLR is you can really tweak it to be perfect for your set. So we're gonna try and get some lenses that will make this background even more blurry and more artistic.
So I do not have the ability to change lenses, but if you're looking for a high-powered camera and you don't want to go out and grab a cam link, or you don't want to spend the money on a DSLR, I highly suggest the Sony ZV-1. I think it's Z-V1. It's specifically made for vloggers, but I think it was in February they launched a update for the firmware of this camera. And now you can plug it in directly to your computer via USB and stream just like it's a webcam. It actually has a webcam mode in the settings that you enable. The small issue is 720p max when you're using that. This camera can record 4K, but without a cam link, it's not going to be sending 4K to the computer. So yes, I did just say you want this camera if you don't want a cam link, and then I followed it up by you might want to get a cam link so it's better quality, but that's just kind of the toss-ups.
Yeah, you got to give or take. Yeah. Let's see.
Ooh. We use Restream for RTMP polls and sending to YouTube and Facebook, but I haven't really dived into using all the features in Live Studio. I highly suggest it. Even if you just want to send your, jump into Studio, into record only, send the invite link to one of your friends, and both of you can just hang out here and try out all the different features. That's literally what we were doing just before we went live, just kind of figuring out how we were going to go live, what we're going to do, how we're going to talk about things.
Things are also changing so fast. I mean, it being a web-based application, we can release updates like that. So every week, sometimes you jump in and oh, that's new, that's neat. So it's really good part. But yeah, definitely play with Studio because it might simplify your process. Like I remember before web-based stuff, it was like, oh, I got to get OBS. Oh, I got to change this. I have to adjust that and this and that. And Studio, it's really just simple. It's just ready to go.
And
Just
it's
upload
like
your images.
just upload your images, click buttons, and if you don't want to, say you don't have really good design skills, you're not really a fan of playing around in Canva, we have tons of graphics that are pre-made and ready for you to use. And we do holiday bundles too. So we have our Halloween version, I think, still available right now. Yes, we do. So you can see. And then it came with some cool Halloween only backgrounds. There's one that matches this one. There it is.
Yeah.
So I love it.
And we're constantly adding more for the holidays and keeping them seasonal.
Here we go. These are the two that match together. So you can see I've got we kind of like try to make it a whole package. And you get like, here, I'll show you. And then we'll get rid of the million forever thing. So you can see here are all the different designs that you have. So you have your overlays, you have different animated backgrounds that you can use.
Tutorial mode,
because this is the first time I've ever logged into this account. It's great. Beautiful. My favorite has to be the animations from like how this, like I love how
the transitions and stuff. And that we can drag things. So like I'm at the bottom now. Yeah, so we can switch. You can just drag and drop. It's just like your desktop or your phone. You just like, oh, I want this here. You just move it.
So here. Whoop.
Yep.
Whoop. How am I gonna show this here? Wait. This is the thing when you're doing it live. So here. So I'm gonna grab this.
Do it live.
Right here. You can see. I'm gonna grab Lawson. We can switch each other around.
Yeah.
Switch each other's places. It's great.
Yeah. Super smooth. Awesome. And I see a question here about single-click shutoff. Are you talking about the sources on the left side, or are you on about like channels? Because with channels, you should be able to hit an all-off button, and it'll turn all of them off at the same time, or just ending the stream. The sources button, that is a good idea. I like that because we even had that today when we were getting started. We like to show our background before we bring in the camera, and I saw Randy turn himself off, then turn me off, then turn the screen share off. So I definitely see being able to like turn off. We have 4 sources right now, just turning all off at the same time. That'd be a great use case. So I'll bring that to the product team and see what we can do.
Even if it's something we could add with brand folders, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, that actually might be a cool thing to demo. Do you mind if I demo brand folders really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so check this out.
Here, let me
it's
hide
going to
this
be infinite.
comment.
It's going to be infinite for a second, but check out this. So we've got on the right-hand side here all of our stuff, and I'll just throw a caption on screen for now. And then say I want to switch to a different brand folder. So you can see in the background here.
Oh, we see someone grouping sources together. Well, okay, maybe this is different, but I saw grouping sources together, and that's exactly what we might be going over.
Yes. So you can see how fast that changes. So I can even throw this Hannah Dean thing. She's one of our live streaming experts. So say I have that caption on screen, and this is the color of the background, and I can even go and change the color of this. Let's do green. And then that'll save automatically to this brand folder. Oh no, now it's time to go live with Restream. We just click here, live with Restream, and boom.
Bam. Switches right up.
No need to switch everything individually. I'll probably get rid of this too.
Yeah, I see Ben is saying, I guess, groups for on the left side, where you could group your people and group your screen shares and have them more sectioned off. That's another good idea.
That's a great idea, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And I see virtual green screen. So this is something I think we're also looking into, to where you don't need a green screen. But yeah, we're trying to make that also perfect, just like we kind of spent our time making sure that green screen with a green screen is perfect and can be set up in 30 seconds. We want to make sure that the virtual one is really good as well. We want to make sure that your streams are the highest quality they can be.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got how do we connect a guest while using vMix? So do you want to show kind of, so we originally showed, I don't know if you were here for that, with RTMP pool. So similar to OBS with vMix, you can stream into Studio with vMix, and then your guests can join through Restream Studio. There will be a little bit of delay just with the nature of internet, but it is something you can do.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure about adding guests directly into Ecamm. That'd probably be, or out of vMix. I'm not sure if vMix can do it in their platform, but I think if you're going to throw a stream with multiple people, it might just be easier to jump into Restream Studio. One of the things that we've been doing recently that we've been trying on our live show is call-ins. So we'll have the guest link available. We'll wait for people to kind of have a question that they want to ask on video. Usually we discuss before live stream, and then we just quickly have them join the stream, toggle them on, they ask their question, toggle them off, and then we have a discussion about it. It works really well for that. But I do highly suggest you vet people before you just turn their camera on. Please vet people before you turn on their camera.
Yeah, you never know what you'll get.
Yeah, like some guy just like, chilling on the bus, and there's like people listening to music around him, and you can't even hear what's going on. You're like, sorry, what was your question?
And I got a question here about where this green screen feature is. It's in the settings of Studio and under video. Or no, sorry, it's under green screen.
Oh, look at that.
Bam, it has its own section there in the settings, and then you can adjust if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, you can adjust like the filters and the padding and stuff on that. So it gets really granular if you really want it to be.
Ooh, oh. Just a squid today.
I think I was playing with it yesterday to see if it still is set up to where like I go invisible. Yeah. I was playing with it without a green screen, and it just like looks kind of odd, but
it's funny because I actually thought you were sitting in that room when you sent that screenshot earlier. I thought you were in that room with the background. That's funny.
Yeah, I took a screenshot from our office, and it was like it kind of like confused your brain because it looked like you were in two different like places at the same time. It was one of those just like my brain can't comprehend this image kind of things.
So you would display chat messages on screen. Okay. Totally agree. It's my favorite feature.
Absolutely. I got one here for a ticker. Scrolling captions or tickers. It is in the works as far as my understanding. It's something that is in our roadmap and hopefully on the way pretty soon.
I've seen it being beta tested in the team. Well, I wouldn't call it a beta test. I'd call it like a pre-alpha test.
Yeah, pre-alpha. So we got a question here from David. So does green screen only work during live broadcasts? I tried to use it during a recording and it didn't seem to work. It should work. The studio experience is pretty much the same for recording and live, but I'll definitely pin your chat here as one of our other new features and make sure to check over that and bring it to our product team if there is a problem there. It is a beta feature at the moment. We're still making sure all the kinks are right, so that's something I will check with the team.
I just jumped into record only mode on my side here just to give it a test, and it does appear to be working.
Yeah.
So it's in beta, so it's very possible that it wasn't working. One of the developers noticed it and quickly fixed it.
Yeah,
but that's why we always super value feedback.
Yes, absolutely.
We have a lot of different computers here at Restream, but we do not have every computer.
Yeah, and there's certain computers that just completely weird configurations. Let's see, what else we got in here? Send us some more questions. We're ready for them.
So you guys can stream with vMix while the guest is on Restream? Yes, you can. As Lawson mentioned, though, there might be a slight delay just because RTMP has a delay. It's just part of the infrastructure. It wasn't something Restream developed. I know that there was some developments that Mixer was doing with faster than light streaming.
Yeah.
But sadly, that never took off much further beyond Mixer, and now Mixer is but a thought.
Let's see. We got
what
a
is
new
the
chat.
current setup and workflow you are using?
Okay,
Do you want to
so
start?
we went over cameras a little bit, but I'll just reiterate for those that are just tuning in. Uh, the camera we're using here in our Austin studio is a Canon Rebel T8i. It is running in through an Elgato Cam Link. And we're using here in Austin studio, we use mostly MacBooks here. We all have MacBook Pros. And so we have a Thunderbolt dock that we connect all these things into. Light-wise, we're very big Elgato fans. We did a stream with them earlier this week on Monday, so we're friends with them over there. And we have two Elgato key lights on either side. For audio, we have an AKG P220. That's this guy right here. We have that going into a Scarlett 2i2 audio interface. And Randy was telling me this morning that I need to get a high pass filter. So that might be something we were adding to the studio soon.
On my end, I've got, I had the Elgato lights, but I had issues with my Wi-Fi. It was 100% my issue with my Wi-Fi. Just something with not supporting 2.4 gigahertz. So if you have a router that only has 5 gigahertz band or a crappy 2.5 gigahertz band, it might be worth it to look at different lights. I grabbed the newer lights. That being said, I use a Stream Deck to control everything. So all my hotkeys in studio are mapped to my Elgato Stream Deck, and that's how I switch between removing, like I can press here to quickly remove all hide all the comments. I can switch layouts with my Stream Deck. So yeah, I mainly use my Stream Deck. And then as for audio, I have the Shure SM7B microphone connected to a Steinberg interface that also runs a compressor, a limiter, a high pass filter, and a low pass filter. And that's low pass filter gets rid of like rumbling trucks outside. High pass filters get rid of from your mouth when you're talking. Compressor, so if I was to scream at the top of my lungs right now, or actually no, a compressor turns off your microphone when it's below a certain level of noise.
I think so. Yeah, so you're
you
not
can't hear
like
clicking.
And we also have like a problem in one of our rooms here in the Austin office. We have a problem where one of our rooms makes like a loud humming noise. And so that would help with that if you have like background noise, which is a low hum.
And then the limiter is for if I scream. So if I was to scream at the top of my lungs right now, it wouldn't get any louder than I'm currently speaking. And that's purely for your benefit.
I see we got a question on creating an overlay. I see, I'll bring that up on the screen. I've seen people do it in Canva. I think there are some pre-made templates in Canva that you can use that will kind of let you do overlays for Restream Studio. But kind of any of those options. Figma is another one, but I'm not sure about templates for that as well. Canva is a great option. And speaking of Stream Deck, actually, do we want to show off our new shortcuts?
Yes, I kind of do.
So we just recently kind of reworked our keyboard shortcuts that now you can do certain. Oh, I see. I disabled me.
I was like, what happened?
See, that actually, the feature you were asking for earlier actually exists. Hit Shift H and it turns everything off.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I just had a demo. I don't need to.
Yeah, we just demoed it. And the way we've set up these keybinds is they can be set up for Stream Deck. So you can set up your Stream Deck to do all these different things. I'm going to hit more buttons, but I don't know exactly what they do. So we'll see what they do. Shift 1, see, brings me into this one. Shift 2 brings us really close together. There we go.
High fives.
Yeah. Oh, I lose. I'm mirrored, so it's like backwards for me. There we go. Awesome. We'll go back to normal. I haven't spent the time to quite memorize the keybinds. They're very new to me, so I was just pressing random buttons, hoping what happened. Yeah, hitting Shift H apparently turns everything off. Just so you know.
We have a question here that's an opinion piece, I feel like, from DJ. Why would I switch from OBS to Restream Studio? Simplicity. is
Yeah.
really it. If you're looking to run a live broadcast where you're interviewing and taking messages from the chat and you're going live to multiple platforms and you're switching overlays, it's a lot to set that up in OBS Studio. It's not impossible, and it can definitely be done and mapped to a Stream Deck, and you can make it easy, but you're talking about like hours and hours. I spent like entire weekends trying to get OBS Studio even close to what Restream Studio just supports natively. Like I said, I'm not saying OBS is a bad product. It's definitely there if you want to dial in really, really precisely. But if you're looking for not only just an easy experience for yourself, but an easy experience for your guests and your paired channels,
Yeah.
I just think that it's easier than being like, oh well, download Skype and I'll screen capture Skype to get you in as a guest, and hopefully nobody leaves a call, so my screen capture isn't just capturing like a blank empty square in Skype when all the cameras rearrange. Plus, you can do this, which is fun.
Yeah, it's super easy. You don't have to like go into the settings of OBS and like, okay, I'm gonna drag this here, move this here. Oh, this
Crop
person's
this.
10 pixels down. I have to bring them up 10 pixels up. Yeah. And yeah, inviting guests. It's literally, and for OBS, you'd have to like figure out what app you're gonna do, screen share the app, bring it into OBS. Hopefully the audio is importing correctly. Here you just send them a link and they can join. Pretty easy.
Yeah, here's a great summary of what Lawson and I just said. It's out of the box. It does what it says on the tin.
Yep. No assembly required.
And then we do have more questions about the green screen, which I think is we can just quickly go over, because I think I still have it enabled. So I have my green screen right here off camera. And just slide it in. It is very green. It is a screen.
It's very green and it is a screen.
I will mention my room is warm. That's what happens when you have lights on. So especially studio lights. I'm not going to tell you why I told you that, but if you know why, then you know. All right. So, and then I'm going to enable this so you can see what I'm doing. So you're going to click here, right here, this cog icon, settings, and then you're going to go into green screen. Click that. And then you're just going to pick what virtual background. Once you pick a virtual background, that's what enables it. So there's no on and off. It's if you've picked a virtual background, it's enabled. If you pick this deselect background, it's disabled. So I'm going to click that.
Oh, you changed your filters earlier.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You have to go back in the settings and turn down, I think, the top one, and then you'll see him appear. Bam.
There you go.
There he is.
So obviously, if you spend some time before your stream and you get the lighting just right, and you're not just literally holding the green screen behind you, it'll do it's still doing something.
It's doing a good job for on the win. I mean, earlier it was doing good too. So I
do really like this feature.
It's way better. It's really good.
Trying to use OBS because it used to be our previous hack for getting green screen to work was to stream into OBS Studio, stream into Restream using RTMP, and then they announced OBS now has a virtual camera. So you can hit start virtual camera, and then you can hit the cog icon in Restream Studio, go to your video, and select OBS virtual camera.
It's crazy.
We got a lot of questions on talking.
Wow. Let's see. I see someone is also in support of Canva when I was mentioning that earlier. I like Canva too. Awesome. I do think we're kind of running low on time, actually. I just took a peek at the clock.
Yeah. So before we go, I see a lot of questions about Instagram, and I think that this is a really, really good point from Ben that I just want to add to. So I agree, and this is mentioned in the Restream articles provided, that streaming to Instagram from a encoder is considered a breach of their terms of service. They only want you streaming from their app on your mobile phone. So it might be worth linking to other platforms on Instagram. And on top of that, repurposing your stuff. So if you go live with Restream and you're on any of our paid plans, you probably have a recording of your stream available in your Restream recordings. You can download just the audio and video, or even split audio tracks if you're using Restream. What that means is that I would have an audio called Lawson and an audio called Randy, and I'd be able to listen to everything I said without Lawson's voice on mine, and vice versa if I was to listen to his, which is great. So say Lawson tells one of his jokes, I start laughing over the punchline. You can still get that crisp punchline without trying to somehow get my laugh to be gone. And I find that's really good for repurposing. So you can take that video, throw it into Descript, quickly cut it up, upload it to Instagram stories, upload it to Instagram shorts, reels, and then even post it on your timeline and say, you like this content? Watch me live on facebook.com/I have an awesome live stream. Thanks for watching.
And Instagram actually just recently launched linking to everyone. So you can now link directly to your YouTube stream from an Instagram story, which used to be reserved to verified people only or partners. Now anyone can link. So linking directly to YouTube or your Facebook page from an Instagram story when you're live is a whole lot easier now.
So that looks like we're coming to the end of our stream now. We usually go live for 45 minutes to an hour with Livestream with Restream, but we're always going live with Livestream with Restream. I believe right now it's set to be every other Wednesday.
Yeah, every other Wednesday. Yep.
So if you have more burning questions that you want to ask us, every show we do has different hosts who have different skills and different backgrounds. So I really suggest hitting subscribe and checking out the next live stream with Restream, because you might get an answer to a question you didn't even know you had.
We'll also be answering questions in the comments after the stream. So if you have any questions that we didn't get to, be sure to leave those there, and we'll make sure to get back to you as soon as we can.
All right. Well, thanks everybody so much for joining us. I've been Randy from Restream.
And I've been Lawson from Restream.
And have yourself a fantastic stream. Bye.
Bye, everyone.